Okay, we already cut the top 4 sill plates, seat, whatever you want to call them, at 96 long point to long point. Now I'm on the face, the 8-foot face, and that board's gonna be 95 inches long, so we got to cut 8 of them. All right, what we've done is lay the picture frame part upside down, so put the best side facing the ground, and you're building it like a picture frame. And so what we're going to do, that one isn't finished yet, I was going to start over on this one. We'll line these up as best you can by, eye. You can see where you can adjust that. Get a scrap board below it. You can slide this guy in the corner. I'm just going to drill the holes. And then I'm going to temporarily drop some bolts in here to hold that position. I'm going to go get 2 more. And then I'm going to put some face screws in.
What size are these?
These are 1/4 20 carriage bolts, and I'll be sending those to her. Okay, that's just to hold it in place for purpose of putting these screws in the face. So that pulls everything in nice there. So now I can flip. Right here. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to flip it the other way around.
There, Pop. There's coffee.
Round up when you put in the side screws.
A little bit, yeah. That one's okay. Okay. I know from experience I'm going to clean these holes back up a little bit to make the bolt easier to come up through. Okay, you're going to have to get off because we're going to bring the bolts through the other way.
Blow that off. You can see it better.
Okay. Then we've got a nut, 1/4 20 nut with a built-in washer. Then on the other side, the carriage bolt catches so it doesn't turn.
Hey, look! Guess what? Look! Bluebird's gone.
So we'll do this, of course, with all 4 corners. And that should be pretty tight. Then when we're done, you can see this gap right here. And we're going to be coming in from the sides when we flip it over. But everything will be positioned properly this way. That's cute. Part of my insert came out. And one more. Where are you going? Okay. That corner's tight. Do the other 4. This is going to be a long wall, obviously. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I got them all lined up nice and even along the end here. Push them together. And I'm going to take that foot bracket. I'm going to set this flush right there to set the gap. And run this down flush there. So it's even with the bottom. Like so. And then I'm going to make a mark on my boards. Right here. And then here's where all the holes go.
I'll see you later. See you later. See you later.
I'm actually going to use this as a drill template now. I just want to make sure in case it moves.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll just pop the holes through. You see what I'm doing is going a little bit at a time to clear the chips out. They get wound up in the drill. It doesn't pay to try to go all the way through in one hit. So about a third of the way through, maybe half. And we'll do the same thing. We'll come through the carriage bolts, lock that on, then I'll do the same thing on the other end and then on the other wall. Then we'll be able to stand it up and I'll be able to put the end boards on and they'll come up flush here. Lindsay, inevitably there's going to be bowed boards, so you can see we got a gap here. It's hard to pull out, but you want everything pulled in tight when you're all done. So I'll send you this little strap too. But what we've learned is to go ahead and put this flush here, set the gap here with your board, make the line, put one bolt in, pull it together, put the top bolt in and tighten it down, and then do the middle screws. Okay, ready? All right, Lindsay, we got it laid out. You can see the corner pieces are on. Now we got to put the center piece. This was 95 inches, so the center line is right at 47 and a half, so you could make a line at 47 and a half and line these holes up. But the more important thing is line this face up with the top, because that's where your sill board's going to sit. So this needs to be flush. There's going to be a gap down here. This doesn't matter. Okay, it's not going to touch anything. The only reason this is down here at all is to put a post through to keep that wall from kicking out at a later time. All right, so it's most important to get it in the center and flush here. And then same thing, transfer the holes. Get ready to put the last wall on. So the first thing you do, put the frame down, upside down, put these guys on. Did we show her how to put that screw in there in the middle?
No,
We
but
put one of those old brown screws here. It'll be best next time around to put a little spacer underneath the four corners to give you a better angle on this, because that's a little bit downhill. So back to where I started, we're putting the last wall in, but what you need to do is go ahead and loosen these that we had put on a little bit ago, because that gives you a room to actually push the end walls out so you can drop in into here, and then you can tighten them back in and snug them up. So for instance, put the boards good side out. That way you can put that board in. Now, if I tighten this back up, well, on this end it worked out okay. The other one, it actually snugged it in and tightened it up completely, but that's the best way to do it, I think. So now we're gonna tighten this board in with screws and work our way up the other three.
so this is your finished product. It took us, yeah, this is a 5x8 because we bought 10-foot boards accidentally instead of 8-foot boards. So it's a little different in size, but, and it took us roughly 2 hours to put it together, even with Adler and Abel helping some and first time around. So it is as sturdy as can be. Ta-da!
Talk? Okay. Here's the bracket. The way I'm lined up in the corners, especially this edge and this edge can be right next to each other. And I use that to tell me where the holes are going to be. Where is it? Lost it. Same carriage bolts we've used everywhere else. Tap them in to get that hex head in there. And this is where it would have been awful nice to do this before I had the soil in, because it's kind of awkward trying to get it on now. We got 3 positions. We got there, got there, or there. And in this case, because we're wanting to overhang the back, get that soil out of there. There it is. Covered up.
Okay.
All right, put this one in and measure from here to here. 48.5 in this one, so 24.25 is the middle. And I just take this guy, I've already done it on this one, but I went to here, to the plate, and I just put that center hole right at 24.25. And then I use that to mark the holes here, drill through, put your bolts in, and then flip this thing over again like last time. And bolt it on. That's it. All right, put this one in and measure from here to here. 48.5 in this one, so 24.25 is the middle. And I just take this guy, I've already done it on this one, but I went to here, to the plate, and I just put that center hole right at 24.25. And then I use that to mark the holes here, drill through, put your bolts in, and then flip this thing over again like last time. And bolt it on. That's it.